Hi. Happy tea time.
Hey everybody.
Cheers.
Happy tea time with Team Epic Reads. This is our 77th episode. 77.
77.
Has it really been 77 episodes?
Well, the numbers don't lie, baby.
Oh,
That's what
man.
they say.
Tea time is now an old man age.
AARP for tea time.
If you guys are just tuning in for your first time, this is our weekly live chat where we talk about YA books and all the fun things.
And we chat with you on the interwebs.
We have YouTube comments happening over here.
Everywhere. And I am on Twitter with the hashtag tea time. Look at that. We made a sign so you don't forget and you remember to spell it.
Running Book Nerd on YouTube says, this is my first full watching. Greetings.
Hello and welcome. I hope it is an enjoyable experience for you.
If it isn't, I'm sorry.
More tea.
What tea are you drinking today?
I am drinking an America's Green that I actually got from Charleston.
America's Green?
Yeah. It's a green tea made in America. So they called it America's Green.
It is America's. I am drinking pomegranate white tea from Revolution. Give it a sniff. It smells really good. Ooh, it's very refreshing.
Yeah. My mom is a huge fan of pomegranate. Like everything's
pomegranate.
Everything. Her lotion. If they could make a toothpaste as pomegranate flavor, she would absolutely be up on it.
So what are you guys reading this week? Tell us, tweet at us, use the hashtag, tell us over here. Susan Terendi on YouTube says, hey, Crumpets. Oh, yeah, if you guys are also new.
Hi.
Crumpets are the name of people who watch Tea Time. Crumpets.
I don't have my mug. I just have a Dorothy mug.
Oh, it's so cute, though.
I know. I'm a big fan of it.
And
Brianna is reading her copy of Messenger of Fear that we sent her.
awesome. There are lots of giveaways that are on epicreads.com. You can always enter those. There is a giveaway today. We are giving away an ARC, which is an advanced reader copy. So it's a book that is publishing soon. So there's a description there's a link in the description below. Go fill it out. It is US only. Apologies to the rest of the world. Don't blame us. While you guys are telling us what you're reading, we're going to give Twitter a chance to catch up here. We have our question of the day comes from Books and Beyond 28. What is your favorite banned book?
Harry Potter. Easy.
That was quick.
Didn't have to think about it. It's one of my favorite books of all time, and it's been banned, so.
Yes, this week is Banned Books Week. If you don't know, it's a week of celebrating and raising awareness for books that get banned, because that still happens. And
it still happens for the craziest reasons.
It's total crap, and it shouldn't happen, but it still does, so.
And it can happen on, like, a very granular level. Like, one PTA community can get very upset about a certain title and ban it from the libraries in their community. It doesn't have to be these huge washing bans that you think of people burning books. It's happening in small little pockets. So you would be surprised about the books that today are still getting banned.
My favorite banned book is The Hunger Games. That is a new one. It's a new book, but it gets banned all the time, everywhere. So I would have to say my favorite book is Hunger Games. So what is your favorite banned book? I'm checking in with what people are reading. Alexa Bozen on YouTube is reading Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. Very excited for that one.
Oh, Summer at Slin101 is reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for the first time, finally.
That's awesome.
Welcome. You'll enjoy it.
Natasha on YouTube, sorry, there's just no way I'm going to be able to pronounce your last name, is reading Partials by Dan Wells, which fits in with their theme this week.
Ooh.
About survival.
Gwen at Gwyneth MB is reading Anna and the French Kiss, and it's brilliant.
So good. A lot of people are reading The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey, the sequel to The Fifth Wave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I haven't read that one yet. I need to get on it.
I still haven't read The Fifth Wave.
The Fifth Wave is so fun. Aliens. And it takes place in my hometown, Cincinnati.
At Ray of Light 09 is currently dual reading Proxy by Mindy Arnett and Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen. I like it, mixing up the genres.
I got a little space, got a little contemporary,
whatever mood. Just like you do this with them.
Right? Devin Ross on YouTube says The Scarlet Letter. I don't know if that's your favorite banned book or if that's just what you're reading, but The Scarlet Letter, that's all there is.
Tiff Ing at Mostly YA Lit says my favorite banned book is A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, God.
Gosh.
She needs to read that one still.
I know. It's like a big thing. I had Veronica Roth and Ray Carson berate me about how bad I needed to read it.
Yeah. A lot of people have been saying that Eleanor and Park has been banned. Yes, that was a big one last summer. Eleanor and Park got banned. And recently, one of our books, The Miseducation of Cameron Post, was banned.
Oh, God, it was just so good.
So many good things. So, yeah, you guys are reading lots of really cool stuff this week. I'm jelly.
What are you reading?
Well, I am reading Abortion, which is the third book in the Sabriel series. It's actually the first one that is technically a sequel. The others, this is a companion to Sabriel, but these two go together. This is the second one. And we decided that we're going to talk about this one next week because a lot of you were tweeting that you're still trying to finish up Lirarel or you're halfway through Abortion. So we're going to give you one more week to catch up and then we'll talk about it because
I need the other week.
We're probably going to talk about some spoilers. So because there are major spoilers if you even like do not read the back of this if you haven't read this yet. It'll mess with you. So just a heads up.
It's like we're like the nicest teachers ever because I need it. But I am also reading.
It's an extension.
I read this. My life has been crazy in the last week, and I haven't had a chance to read. So I'm reading Poisoned Apples.
That is awesome. Tell us about that in just 1 second. I have to go. I'm sorry. I have to go back to this because the ebook is on sale this week for $1.99 in the U.S. So if you have an e-reader and you've been wanting to join our readathon, it's only $1.99. So. Okay, now you can tell us about this.
I'm reading Poisoned Apples. It's also one of our new releases, which is really exciting. I've been having a reading rut, and this was a really good dose last night for me to get back into the groove. It's a collection of poetry, kind of based in fairy tales, based in reality, it kind of moves all through the gamut. Some are tied directly to like The Little Mermaid or Jack and the Beanstalk. And then some are more contemporary feeling, and it's got spooky imagery.
It's got lots of really cool photos in there.
If you are a teenage girl, I definitely say pick this up and read it.
Or if you're a teenage boy.
Or if you're a teenage boy.
Gender equality.
To understand some issues of the feminine ways.
This has been called a feminist fairy tale poetry. So if either of those words sound interesting to you, then pick up Poisoned Apples. And look how tiny and cute it is.
There's also
regular book size,
an amazing video with a whole bunch of YA elite reading one of the best poems, I think, from this book called Retelling. It's on Harper Teen's YouTube channel. You should check it out.
We also have new this week. Somebody was saying that they were reading Messenger of Fear. It is here in paperback. This is Michael Grant's new book. I think it's a duology, maybe a series. I'm not entirely sure. I should probably know that. I will find out and tell you all later. Anyway, first book since the Gone trilogy. Or not a trilogy. There's like 7 books in Gone. 6 books in the Gone series. Anyway, this one is Michael Grant's first foray into sort of thriller horror genre. And it's about, okay, so let's say you did something really, really bad and karma dictates that you should be punished for it. But karma doesn't always work like that. And so you get away with that bad thing. What if somebody came along and was like, okay, you have to face your greatest fear because you did this really horrible thing? What would that be like? I feel like that would just be insane if somebody came up to me and was like, remember that time you threw trash on the ground? Well, now you're going to die. So
what is your greatest fear?
Asphyxiation. So
that would be awful.
Drowning, being buried alive, just lack of air, slowly dying. What's your greatest fear?
Oh, flying.
Flying is your greatest fear?
It's a pretty big one. Like I rewatched Lost, which is the show I love, but I watched the pilot, and that plane crash does things to my insides that makes me feel not good.
Well, you're really good because you face your fear on a regular basis. So I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Look at this. Woo, blue.
Also new this week is Remember Me, the follow-up to Find Me by Ronleen Bernard. It's hackers. Hackers.
Teenage hackers. Is that a reference to something?
No. I am like out of it today.
I can tell.
Out of it.
You guys, this one is really fast-paced. If you like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo or Don't Turn Around by Michelle Gagnon, basically it's about this girl who is like in the foster care system, but she's really whip smart and, really good at the computer stuff. And there's a cute boy named Griff. So
don't forget to mention the cute boy.
There is a cute boy.
And you know that Mario and I, this is probably one of our book collectively. Can I say this? Our favorite book
Totally.
of the year last year.
Totally.
Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGinnis. And there's the companion. Oh, look how beautiful they look together.
In a Handful of Dust takes place 10 years after the events of Not a Drop to Drink, and
You see familiar characters, but not all of them.
if you read Lynn, if you liked Lynn from that, she's in this one too. So we're not gonna tell you too much about what happens because I don't want it to be a spoiler for this or that.
This. Yeah.
But
Just read them both.
But it is the topic of our discussion this week, which is all about survival. So in this book, basically the premise is that people trek from Ohio to California, or they plan to make a trek all the way across the country on foot. How long would that take? 2,500 miles. This is where they go. That is a long
That
walk.
would be like a year, easy.
So what things would you need to bring in order to make that trek and survive it?
Oh, see, I would be the worst improver because I'm just like, nope, wouldn't go.
Well, you have to because there's no fresh water where you are, and the only fresh water is over there, okay? So you have to play the game, Aubrey.
Okay.
So we, on this infographic, there's a link to it in the description below, we listed some essentials that you'll need. But we thought it would be a fun game, and this is for your rewind videos and or blog posts this week, is to put together In a Handful of Dust pack, a survival pack with only things that are like in your immediate surroundings. So if you're at home or at work.
Which will make you evaluate because there will probably be whatever happens.
Yeah.
You probably won't have like your handy pack ready.
Right.
You're gonna
with
have
like
to,
your
go.
water filter and like all these fancy things.
You're gonna have to go on the run.
Granted, this series is not post-apocalyptic.
No.
It's not like immediate danger. You just have to drop and run. This is more like, okay, this is years have gone by.
Yeah, Lynn is she's a little girl in this book and she is taught well.
She knows her stuff. She knows what she's doing in A Handful of Dust. But for the rest of us plebeians, what can you put together to survive based on the objects around you? Think about it and tell us in the comments. So we put together a pack.
Oh yeah.
Based on just stuff that I could find in the office. So there's some interesting items in here. All right, so first and most obvious is a bottle of water.
Not even a full bottle. Cool.
I got thirsty. Then we have a sweatshirt.
Ooh.
Because, it protects from the sun's rays. And it provides warmth, and you could ball it up for like a
little pillow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Then we have some Band-Aids.
For minor cuts and scrapes.
If you get like stabbed or shot, you might need a little Band-Aid.
Like that's all good.
You're like, bullet's still in my shoulder. No worries, guys. I got this.
Got a Band-Aid.
Let me put my adhesive bandage on you. And it's like there's like no ointment or anything.
I feel good. You're going to survive.
I'm going to survive.
It's
just Band-Aids. All right, this is my favorite one. So some coffee stirs.
Oh, and the thinking is
kindling for fire.
Oh.
If you need to, get a fire started, you need some small dry sticks.
So you would have to, we learned in our survival training, you would have to pull one of these like apart and make a little nest.
Yeah, like to rub it together.
Break it, make it real.
But or you can make a tiny teepee for some ants or things. So some coffee stirs.
Or you could just make it a weapon.
A spoon, so you can eat your food.
Did you pack food?
I did not. But, if you caught some and made some, then you could dig a hole. It's a tool that can be used many ways.
It's good decorum in the apocalypse.
A notebook with a pen attached to it.
Well, that's something you need. So you don't go crazy.
Exactly. So you can write, your final thoughts before you die in the wilderness.
Or if the whole world comes
back,
back, you can be like, hey, I wrote this amazing book. Well, I walked across the country for a year and a half.
And you could call it On the Road, one of those things, or Into the Wild.
But maybe people will have lost those books.
Maybe. What else do I have in here? I have, oh guys, this is a good one. 2 AA batteries. Oh yes. To power the thing I don't have in here. My Walkman, maybe. I don't know. What else can you power with 2 batteries?
A remote control for your TV.
That you no longer have. You never know. You might find something,
Did you
useful.
write will? You wrote will.
Like in
your will,
my last will and testament. Yeah.
That's bleak.
It is bleak.
See, this is exactly why I wouldn't even try. I would just be like, oh, the world's ending. I'm going to stay in the office and hang out until.
Tiny tea samples. Oh, there's like 1 tea thing in this, in case you get thirsty.
That would be like a luxury.
If you're like, oh, this lake water sucks. Let me flavor it with some tea.
Get some Dragon Eye Oolong tea.
Some Southern Herbal Mint, so you can be fancy in the wild.
See, that's what I would just drink this and sip in the office until I ran out of life.
You need a weapon, so why not a box cutter, which I must dropped. A box cutter! So you can slice and dice your enemies, but you have to get really close to them for that. You could flay some squirrels with it.
You could.
You could do some other things. I don't know. You could cut some wood and whittle it down. And then some using case of feels tissues. So you can dry your tears before, because you're like, I suck at surviving. Dab, 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 dab.
Dab, dab. What would you guys bring? Tweet at us.
Comment
in the comment section. What do you have? Like, stop.
One more tiny tea.
Stop. Look around you right now.
Right now.
In space and identify the most useful tool that you have.
What is the thing that is within arm's reach? What would you use right now? The box cutter? That's what you would grab?
Yeah. What would you grab?
My mug. Because that way you could drink water from the lake and get Giardia.
Oh, at Strange Magic just says, I just want to frame those Not a Drop of Drink and Handful of Dust covers.
Aren't they amazing?
I agree with you.
They're so good.
Maybe I would just bring these two. I changed my book.
Right. Right. Duh. You should always bring a book so you can be entertained while you die in the wild.
But I don't know if I would want to read this if I was living in the exact same. I would need some sort of escapism.
Books also are good because they can provide insulation if you've got inside your little sweatshirt that you brought. If you're cold, rip out the pages,
lay them out like this.
Or you could use the pages for fire, but I would never recommend burning any pages. Or you could be like Arya from Under the Never Sky and make shoes out of them.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how she did that.
I feel like books save people from bullet holes all the time.
They did
in the movies.
In Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen got shot and the Bible saved him. 90s movies.
So you just wear it as your chest.
So, all right. Our question then for this is, who are the best YA survivors and who would you least like to be stuck with in the wild? What YA character would be the worst at surviving? I think I have to say I think Lynn is probably, if I could pair with Lynn from Not a Drop of Drink and Saeed from Lost, I feel like I would be
you
covered.
Do everything.
Yeah. Who would be the worst at surviving?
There are a lot, I think.
I would say Wendy from Tiger Lily. Hashtag Wendy hates. She is the worst. Oh, but she's so she gets on that island. She's all I can't do anything. So I would say Wendy.
I'm in a Harry Potter state of mind. I really don't think Ron would be really great.
No?
No.
Why not?
I think he might be fun, but I don't think he's gonna help out.
You think he would just be you and just be peace guys, I'm out. I can't do anything to help you.
I think he's an anxious person.
Yeah.
And you would just get me more anxious. We would be a horrible team. We'd be a horrible team just being we're gonna die.
Daphne Trumps on YouTube says the best YA survivor is Katniss, and everybody's saying Katniss. Obviously, she totally proves that. thrice over.
I agree, but I would get Finnick. If I'm going with the Hunger Games character.
But Finnick's only useful if there's water around. Because then he can be like, look at my abs. I'm going to catch you some fish.
Well, if it's the end of times, I also want a nice thing. And I like the males.
But in Mindy's Not a Drop to Drink world, there's no water. So there's no water for him to be like, let me glisten my pecs.
But he could, like,
spear you with a trident?
No, well, little squirrels or things to eat.
I would say, oh, what's her name from Hunger Games where she climbs the trees and like Rue?
Yes.
Rue. She'd be good because she can climb. No, maybe not. She does die, so maybe not. I think, you know who would suck at being in the wild is Anna from Anna and the French Kiss. Like, she barely survives Paris.
Life.
Yeah, life. So
Just life.
I don't know. Oh, everybody's saying, everyone is collectively saying that the worst YA character for survival is Bella Swan.
I mean, circle takes the square, I guess. I agree.
I guess she wouldn't be so bad when she becomes a vampire because then she's like, whatever, it's not like I'm going to die anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, the partners, I just need a very soothing person because I will go in high anxiety mode.
Yeah.
But if I have somebody keeping me calm, then I can get stuff done.
Allie's bookshelf says Draco would be crying.
Yeah, absolutely. So would Peter.
E. Pearsall says Ron could make water with his wand.
But what if he doesn't have his wand?
That's a good point.
He's just fretting with me. We're just sitting on a log fretting about not having water.
Mariessa S. on YouTube says America's Singer would fail so
I've been thinking that she would not do well.
I just picture her in that ball gown from The Selection and like trying to be in like with Lynn from Not a Drop to Drink, and Lynn would probably just shoot her. She'd be like, I need that dress. You are holding me back.
Somebody needs to make a little mini series of like YA characters and like reality, like Naked and Afraid, except they're not naked, but it's just like two paired people like dropped in and be like, okay, you have to survive in here.
Somebody write some fan fiction where America's Singer and Lynn are like in the same world.
In a dystopian, and then like an island.
It's funny because America would totally fail in Lynn's world, but if Lynn was in America's world, Lynn would totally fail.
She'd be eaten alive.
Alive!
Yeah.
Marley would just be alive. Get out. It's kind of interesting to think about that. Somebody write that fanfic.
I want the world that they have to be in is lost, so it's evil. It's even setting, I think.
But that's still America is not.
That's not her forte.
Yeah. Maybe the arena. No. I guess you could say the Hunger Games world, like the Capitol / arena, because she would do well in the Capitol.
Yeah.
But she would do well in the arena. Fanfic! Someone write it!
Somebody write it!
Speaking of The Selection.
Oh! If you're a Snapchatter, there's some fun Snapchat information about the series!
Big news, guys! If you're not on Snapchat, we will post about it this week on the Epic Reads blog, but follow Selection Series on Snapchat. They posted a big old Snap story today.
It's a fun one, and it'll be done, by 10 o'clock tomorrow, and then you can get it on the interwebs.
But it's more fun on Snapchat.
But it's more fun to be like the first person.
Plus, it's a funny Snap story. You should also follow Epic Reads on Snapchat because we have some funny ones too.
Oh, the new release one was just gold.
Okay, so also happening on the blog this week. I can't believe it's this time again. Every time it happens each month, I'm always like, what? Really? Already? It is
a new month.
It's a new month. What? Oh my God. 30 days.
Is blown away.
The top 20 most anticipated YA books publishing in October. And the #1 book everyone is excited for is The Young Elites by Marie Lu. High fantasy coming your way.
Get it. There's a lot of fantasy on that list.
A lot of fantasy. In fact, that's fantasy, that's fantasy, that's fantasy, that's fantasy, but not high fantasy. That's dystopian. That has dragons. That has a swamp. That's really scary. Yeah.
It's 'tis the season to be warm. I love fall. Fall's my favorite.
God, there's so many good books coming next month. There's a link to see all the books.
What's your #1?
Clariel, obvi. Right there by Garth Nix.
Clariel, get it.
But I'm also really pumped for Snow Like Ashes, like super, super pumped for that book. It's really fun. There's a chakram. Think like Xena's Frisbee of Death.
Oh, also tomorrow, Our Things I Learned in YA is going to be up, and it will feature those 2 books. Well,
it features
Literal, and Snow Like Ashes.
Guys, we went fencing with an Olympic silver medalist.
It was cool.
His name is Tim Morehouse. Go Google him.
He does the good things for the world.
He's so cool, and he taught us how to fence. He like actually taught us. We like were paying attention this time. We were like, wait, what? What? And lunge. Salute.
I also couldn't walk the day after.
Note to self, fencing is a great butt workout.
Yep.
Also on the blog, very exciting. We talked about this a while ago, but we're bringing it back around because it's finally here. The Epic Reads book tour. I'm just going to hold this while you guys, can you read that? There you go. Okay. So 5-city tour with 5 of our awesome authors. It starts in Princeton, New Jersey on October 7th. We will be there. What's up? And then it goes to Lansing, Minneapolis, Salt Lake City, and Phoenix. So if you guys are near those cities, totally come out.
These are, we have met all of these authors, and they are amazing.
They're so cool. It's going to be a really, really fun event, you guys, at all of these stops. And meet some fellow crumpets when you're there. Be like, yo, you're here.
Did we ever think of a sign that they could just universally like?
I know. I want to do the Hunger Games sign, but I feel like everybody knows that one.
Yeah. So like, what can be a crumpet so you can identify each other if you go to the events?
Sign language for awkward. Do that. These
just
3.
walk around the bookstore.
Just do that. That means you're a crumpet. We need a crumpet handshake. Somebody invent a crumpet handshake.
Vine us examples and submissions of your crumpet handshake.
Hashtag crumpet handshake. Come on, somebody be awesome and come up with something.
Please.
I think that's all we have going on. Okay, we have a large mess of tiny teas.
Tiny teas. Oh, there's another one.
We talked about October, fall tour, banned books. Oh, there's a new quiz this week, and it's based on Messenger of Fear. What YA horror novel are you? Did you take the quiz?
I did take it.
What did you get?
Another little piece of me.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I got Asylum. And it makes me scared because I don't like asylums. But I like that book. I don't want to be in asylum.
I don't want to be in asylum. I just was like,
I want to be a messenger of fear. I want to walk into a room and everybody run screaming. Oh, this is a fun tea time today.
Oh boy.
We have lots of quizzes on the site, so you guys should definitely go,
take them. It's an amazing time suck. I get really excited when I come in and there's like a new one. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna find out who I am.
We've got an Asylum one coming out. Asylum. And we have a Snow Like Ashes one coming out. Which season are you?
I'm really stoked about that one. Because I need to know. It's like an eternal question.
What season do you want to be?
I want to be fall.
Me too!
Everybody wants to be fall.
I have a feeling I'm just going to be winter because I'm so sour and cold and hard.
I feel like I'm just going to be spring because I'm a little annoying like allergies.
I like that. I wonder what if the definitions or descriptions are the exact same as those. If not, I'm going to read them in. That is all we have for this week.
There's lots of things.
For your tea time rewind, you guys, if you don't have time, because school's now back in session, so if you don't have tea time rewind time to make a video, post them on your blog or tweet us, your thoughts on these things.
We just like to hear all the things.
We just want to know what you guys think. So, you have another week to read Abortion.
Yes.
Jump on it.
Thanks, Teach.
Jump on it. What was your favorite fanned book? What was your favorite banned book?
Mm-hmm.
And then put together a survival pack based on objects only nearby. And then who would be the worst survivalist and who would be the best survivalist?
You could pick me for the worst if you want.
No, YA characters only, not us. We all know that I would totally rock the survival.
I mean, out of this crew, you want Margot with you on the survival. But if
I would just kill you and make a cloak out of your skin.
Absolutely allowed to do that.
Cool.
I'll
leave your face on it, they have like bearskin rugs. It'll just be an Aubrey rug.
So I'll try to die like this.
Yeah, exactly. Or I could stuff you. Either one. Ooh, I'm going down a morbid track. Okay. And I think that's all the other things. Oh yeah, we have 2 other ebook deals happening this week. There's a link to our ebook deals below.
Oh, I love this book.
The Brokenhearted, one of Aubrey's favorite books of last year. It's like Batman.
Badass ballerinas.
Yeah, it's like if Batman was a ballerina.
It's so good.
Or the Bionic Woman, I guess is one.
Oh, and that end.
Yeah. Oh, get it because the sequel's coming out soon. $1.99 ebook. And then the other ebook is Mask of the Red Death by Bethany Griffin.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was like, for some reason my mind went to Dickinson. I was like, what? What is wrong with
It's
you?
a retelling of Emily Dickinson's best poems.
That would be so weird. Anyway, so those are our 2 ebooks.
Oh, somebody is saying that they came up with a sign for Crumpets and it's Pinky's out.
Oh,
T.
there you go.
Pinky's out.
We should probably check to make sure that doesn't mean anything in some other country.
Yeah.
Like something really offensive.
But we'll still take your Vine submissions.
All right. It's time for Dirt Face. So what's our Dirt Face of the week?
Survival.
Yes, this is your I'm pumped up to survive in the wild face.
Okay,
ready? 1, 2, 3. And and seed. So we will see you guys next week. I feel like things are happening, but my brain is dead today.
Yep.
We will see you guys next week. We love you. Read books. Read banned books.
Read a banned book this week.
Yes.
Or just talk about it so much that people realize how stupid they are for ever trying to censor anything.
If you guys want more information about banned books, go to bannedbooks.org. It's got lists and resources and information. There's readouts. There's all this fun stuff happening. Do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And
bye-bye.
bye. See you guys next week. Book Shimmy.